doing story time more with the young ones or more with my baby boys. Hopefully it'll be special for both, because the second book is, on this page, it's dedicated to Dragon's Platoon. I wanted to do something special. So you'll see, in the middle here, that's throwing out the first page, the illustration is dedicated to Dragon's Platoon 1-8. But anyway, I want to introduce you to my Patriot Pup ambassadors. And if you notice, this is really sweet. We had sashes made, and at the bottom, their mother was sweet enough to put my brother's name. So we appreciate it. And girls, do you want to tell them how you became the Patriot Pup ambassadors? Okay.
So a while back ago, actually last Christmas, we had saved up our money for a special cause, really any, and our grandma told us about the Gold Star Children, and we thought that was a wonderful cause, so we decided to donate some of our money, actually $500 of our money, but the help of Saigon Saints, they donated, I think, 1,000, and we got to FaceTime call with the kids and meet some of them, and it was really amazing.
I'll see you in the morning.
It was really sweet. I can imagine it was one of my parents, which was awful. I thought it was a really sweet cause, so that's why I donated.
And now she's a Patriot Pup. Can we give her Thank you for sharing that. So they're going to be helping today read a couple of pages, and we appreciate you all so much. And I don't know if you've noticed, but you did embellish with the American flag, and their mother was sweet enough to put my brother's name, Sergeant Camera. So it's very special to me when I see them, because I know they're honoring my brother, making sure that those on the wall are not forgotten with this generation. So it's really special. So, without further ado, I wrote a book titled American Brother, and that spawned into my children's books. My brother loved children, and I wanted to try and continue his legacy and do something to teach our children about patriotism. So now we've created the character Patriot Pup, and it's a series of children's books on patriotism. So we had the first book we read today at USO with the preschoolers, that defines what patriotism is. And tonight we're going to read the second book, which talks about the national anthem and what to do when the national anthem is played. I've been told by a few people we need to share this with the NFL football players so they know what to do. Yes, okay. So, yeah, so we're really honored to read this today here at Barnes & Noble, and this is a special place for me because my brother also called Camp Lejeune home as well. And we're also joined by my Beirut Marine Corps family, and if we could give them a round of applause. And we're going to learn a little bit more about that too after the story. So we're going to start with the story, Patriot Pup Volume 2, and Christus and Chloe are going to help me with the book. It's not a long book, it's really sweet. And then I hear that Patriot Pup might be in Jacksonville this evening, and we might have a guest visitor by the puppy. Yeah, Patriot Pup may be in the house. So we'll see what happens. So I'm going to sit here, and we're going to start baseballs and hot dogs. And if you guys, I know you guys will get this, but it's very special because our Patriot Pup is what kind of dog? A bulldog, yeah. So there's some sentiment behind that, obviously. I wanted to do something special for my brother. Okay, so baseballs and hot dogs. Hi. Sure. All right. Let's begin. Patriot Pup Volume 2, Baseballs and Hot Dogs. And do you want to read the first page? Super easier.
Oh no, I forgot my baseball gloves. Patriot Pup, please run and get it. And grab it for me.
Okay. So it starts off, you forgot his baseball glove. Now, I'm all set. I've got my Eagles baseball cap and my Lucky baseball glove. Hi, I'm Hank, and this is my best buddy, Patriot Pup. We're super excited. Today, my Uncle Mika is taking us to a baseball game. It's at Honor Field, home of the Soaring Eagles. This page. helper.
Look, I see a peacock coming around the corner. His bright yellow peacock he calls Rover. He stops and shouts, "Hey, come in, let's go." Ears and soft and smile are flopping on the light.
Some of you may remember Rover. And Rover ended up being a camouflage Jeep. Yes, Richard Herbster could tell you more of that story about Rover. That might be another place. The Lord. Okay, finally, we arrived at Honor Field. Let's get moving, Patriot Pup. It's time for opening ceremonies. Patriot Pup is slowly wandering through the stadium. Statues of our brave American heroes catch his attention. He gazes in admiration of their bravery and courage. What is he doing in this picture? Yes?
He's jumping to the hot dogs.
Yes! Do you think that might be one of his favorite foods?
Because dogs like meat.
Yes, dogs like meat. Yes, that's exactly right. Very good. Thank you. As we begin walking past the concession stand, Patriot Pup's nose detects a mouth-watering, delicious, meaty scent. It is a scent that is very, very familiar to him. What do you think it is, guys? Hot dogs! Yes, you guessed it! You guys are so smart. Just around the corner there is a short, thin man with a very big curly mustache carrying a tray filled with hot dogs. Patriot Pup's favorite food. Look out, hot dog man! Here comes Patriot Pup. Without a second to spare, he swiftly lifts his tray high into the air. Patriot Pup leaps up to greet him as he attempts to grab one fat, big, juicy hot dog. Good job, guys. You want to read this page?
Welcome to Honor Field, home of the soaring eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Very good. Okay. This is our special song for the United States of America. It is called the Star-Spangled Banner. It is played at the beginning of sporting events throughout our country. Everyone stands up and faces the American flag. We remove our hats and we place our right hand over our heart. Some people salute the flag too. They are very special because they have served in our military. They are called veterans. And some are serving in our military now. They are called active duty. We stand together in respect and love of the country. Are you guys familiar with the flag and the national anthem? Yes? Oh, you've been in school 4 years? That's a long time. You must be pretty old. How old were you? What grade are you in? 9? Wow, that's pretty cool. So yes, this is the national anthem, and this is a picture that has it word for word in case you want to sing it, or we can sing it if you want to sing it. Girls, do you want to sing it? Or shall we turn the page?
Sing it! Sing it!
Okay, so what do? What does the page before say? We stand, and you guys have flags here. We can look at our flag. So you stand up, you face the flag. If you have covers, I'm learning the rewrite covers. If you have covers, you remove your covers. You place your right hand over your heart, right? You girls are going to help me because I'm singing about my thing. There you go.
I know there's no flag, but she's got a flag.
She's got a flag right here. Good find. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stars and bright stars through the perilous storm, when the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, like bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home Flying right over the baseball field are 2 fighter jets. It is a traditional military flyover. The crowd proudly begins to cheer. This is my specialty. The announcer explains, "Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for the traditional throwing of the first pitch. Today we are honoring the Dragon Platoon from the 1st Battalion 8th Marines. Hoorah! Right? They are being honored for serving as peacekeepers in troubled places around the world. My Uncle Nicot, known to everyone as Sergeant Camera, is throwing out the first pitch. Throwing out the first pitch is a custom just like the military flyover and the singing of our national anthem. And on this special day, Sergeant Camera got to throw out the first pitch, surrounded by his Dragon's platoon from 1/8. What happens here? You know what happens? Patriot Pup? Exactly. He didn't get a hot dog. You're exactly right. What do you think? Does he like hot dogs? So let's see what happens. As the players run onto the field, the announcer shouts, "Let's play ball!" Suddenly, the pitcher throws out the ball. Wham! The ball goes soaring high into the sky. The umpire shouts, "Foul ball!" It flies behind the catcher and into the stands, and Hank shouts, "Look out, hot dog man!" Patriot Pup leaps to the rescue and dives in front of him and catches the foul ball right before it hits him. The crowd goes wild chanting, "Nice save, Patriot Pup!" However, this causes the hot dog man to trip. And what happens when he trips? What happens? Yes, he gets hurt. Yes, you're right. Oh my goodness. Patriot Pup leaps to the rescue, dives in front of him, the crowd goes wild, and this causes the hot dog man to trip, and the tray goes flying into the air, and hot dogs are falling from the sky. Would you guys like hot dogs? Yeah, you like hot dogs? Yes, it's raining hot dogs.
You might say that.
What should I say? Yeah, it's raining hot dogs. It's raining hot dogs. Yeah, but not all the sky. Hot dogs don't come from the sky. Right. Good point. Would you like to read this page? Okay.
Slowly, the hot dog man gets up, looks at him and says, "Thank you, Patriot Pup, but no hot dogs for you today. These are for me in the stands." Before the hot dog man can pick up all the hot dogs, Patriot Pup snags one and whoops it down.
Oh my goodness. He really likes hot dogs. Oh my goodness, this is another fun page we can do together. Now the announcer explains, "Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the 7th inning stretch. The musical sound of the organ playing 'Take Me Out to the Ball Game' begins bellowing from the stadium speakers. In baseball, the 7th inning stretch is a tradition that takes place in the middle of the 7th inning. It gives fans a few minutes to take a short break from the action. Many stand up, stretch their arms and legs, and sometimes walk around too." Do you guys know this song?
No.
If you don't, I know my Marine brothers know this song. Would you like them to sing it?
Yes.
Yes. Say please. No, you don't want to sing it? I know, it might be kind of scary. Are you guys ready? Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the park. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if we ever go back, 'cause it's root-toot-toot for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3, stretch her out at the old ball game. Wow, they did a good job. We should give them a hand. I can't help but chuckle as I watch Patriot Pup begin to howl right along with the lively music and singing fans. Although Patriot Pup is not thinking about peanuts and Cracker Jacks, he's thinking about hot dogs, right? Because he loves hot dogs. Yes. Uncle Meecott, Patriot Pup, and I agree that we need to stretch our legs. So we march all the way to the other side of the stadium. We're heading to the outfield to watch the rest of the game with Uncle Meecott's platoon, Dragons Platoon 1-8. I'm ready for action. My baseball glove is snugly fit in my hand. If a ball comes in this direction, I got it. Meanwhile, Patriot Pup is looking everywhere for the hot dog man. His nose is working overtime, trying to catch that delicious smell of his favorite food. Would you like to read this page?
Back on the baseball field, it's the last inning. The Eagles are leading by 3 runs, but the bases are loaded. 1 home run and the Eagles win the game. There goes the pitch. I can see the batter swing. He slams it.
He slams it, and then what happens? Oh no! Oh my goodness! The crowd roars! It's coming straight towards the outfield. Uncle Meecott yells, "Home run!" It's coming towards Hank. Oh geez! Oh geez! Oh geez! I jump. My nerves have my knees knocking in anticipation, but I'm ready. I've got this. Hank screams with one eye open. My glove and my feet firmly anchored to the ground. The announcer screams, "It's over the board! It's a home run!" The Eagles win with seconds left. The ball lands right in the glove. I peek inside to see if it's really in there. Yes, it's really in my glove. I just caught the game-winning ball. How exciting! Oh my goodness. Leaving the stadium, I couldn't take my eyes off the ball. I'm surprised I didn't trip over my own 2 feet. What could be more exciting than this? Suddenly, we see someone running towards us. Who's running towards them? Yes, he is! It's the hot dog man! Oh my goodness! Let's see. I'm surprised I didn't trip over my 2 feet. We see someone, he's coming closer and shouting, "Patriot Pup! Wait, Patriot Pup!" Hank's eyes are no longer staring at the ball. Uncle Meecott and I see Patriot Pup's tail wagging with delight. It's wagging so much his entire bottom begins to wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh my goodness. What happens? What happens?
No,
Yes. Yes. Let's see. It's the hot dog man. He leans down and pats Patriot Pup's head. "Thank you so much for saving me today. These are for you." It's a gigantic box of hot dogs. Yes, you guys are so smart. Man, these Marines in here today are so smart. Wow, I am impressed. My brother surrounded himself by the finest. It's a gigantic box of hot dogs. Before he can walk away, Patriot Pup leaps into the air, and he has tired arms, and Patriot Pup gives him a slobbery lick all over his whole face. Within a matter of seconds, Patriot Pup manages to gobble down a few warm, juicy hot dogs. Richard Herbster, what is that a picture of?
That's a picture of a new rover.
Yes, very good. Yes. Even though puddles of drool are dripping down his chin, Patriot Pup manages to carry the box all the way to Rover. As we climb up into the Jeep, I can't help but think, wow, the Eagles win, I catch the game-winning ball, and Patriot Pup takes home a gigantic box of hot dogs. Exactly. Yes. So as the sun begins to set over the stadium, we drive away in Rover. Patriot Pup falls fast asleep with his box of hot dogs resting beside him. Uncle Meecott, wearing a big smirky grin, glances over at Hank and declares, "Hank, what a day for baseball." Here's the real Sergeant Camera. The end. What do you think, guys? And you know what? I think if you guys are sitting real still for 12 applesauce, our ambassadors are going to hand out your stickers. And, and we have something else while they're doing that. We want to introduce you. In the book we talked about veterans and what a veteran is. So I want to introduce Mr. Rick, and then I'll have the rest of you come up. Come on up. Mr. Rick is a special veteran. Do you know what a veteran is? Oh, thank you. Is this for me? Thank you. I can't wait to see. Can I look at it now?
Yeah. On the back is the picture.
Oh, look at that. Great job. So we have the people that serve in our military that wear uniforms when they're serving, but after they're done with their service and they're retired, we give them a different title, well, except when somebody always Marine. So I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Rick. Can you guys give him a hand? So you might see men walking around with vests like this that have different patches that mean special things, like the patch of our country. Ask me
Like, the people that have the badges, like, they, like, travel to different places.
Exactly.
And, like, with the badges, they're on them, because, like, some people
Scouts.
like, and then,
Pardon me?
That's right.
Yes.
so one I think is a
So you're right. The White Scouts will travel around.
they get badges from different people.
Yes, we're doing different things. And
Kind of saw someone that had like badges on a hat.
yes, kind of like, yes, like Mr. Truman, he's got a badge on his hat. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, so he has a badge on his hat, and that badge reflects his time in the Marine Corps.
Tells our story.
It tells their story. So these badges, just kind of like you said with Scouts, tell their story and what they've done while they've been serving in our military, United States of America. But we also have special. Go ahead.
And some like a camping one.
Those are for Boy Scouts.
Yes, camping. Yes.
They did a lot of camping.
That's fantastic. You've got some camping badges. That's a very good one.
Rick, tell us what kind of camping you did over there.
So they do a little bit of camping too. But you might see people sometimes that have vests on like this, or they might have, we call them covers, or baseball caps or hats. And they might have things here with words and the flag. He's a Beirut veteran, and their motto is they came in peace, which is where Sergeant Camera, Uncle Mikot, also did time in Beirut. So they wear a hat that kind of identifies what they did. What do you see?
Which one are you looking
They
at?
came in
Peace. There you go.
Yes, very
Good.
good.
Let them try on your vest.
They came in peace.
Try
And
it.
you're right. Yes.
Try it. Sure.
All three of them got on.
Okay, one is also a missile.
Okay.
Right? Like there's a missile. There's like some sort of
There you go.
Hey, good.
Take a picture.
These two are the ones I know this one.
Shows his rank, exactly. That's really
And
important.
since they have like a new version, I know.
Yeah, that's really
I know
special.
this one. Yeah, but I really don't know
Pretty smart,
the
you know?
names. I know this one, but I do know like how like fast it shoots.
Right.
This one actually shoots really slow.
Very good.
I know.
Very cool. That's exactly it. Very cool. But there's something else that they wear too. And this is, in their time in service, they wear something to identify who they are. And in book 1, the story ends with a dog tag. So Mr. Rick has a dog tag, and Mr. Herbster, if you want to come up. So, do you guys want to see the dog tags? And do you want to touch it, honey? Because she has a dog tag too. Yeah, would you like to see it?
My name and everything in here.
Let them try them on.
Here, tell you what, let's put them on, we'll talk around with everybody, check them out, okay? There you go.
Wow, you're looking pretty official. So you got a dog tag, your vest.
What's in the vest?
That's pretty cool. So yeah, so we have them where they wear their vests and their hats to.
Yes, I am.
Exactly. And also, So we want to, you know what, any veterans that are here, we're going to have them come up too so you can see all of their different vests and their things. So if you are a veteran, would you please come up so we can give you a round of applause?
Time to go. Come on, Dave.
Yeah. All right, to my Marine and military veterans, could we please give them a round of applause? Thank you guys. And you know, while you're standing there, I heard that the real Patriot Pup just adores our military and our veterans. And I heard that if you're really good and you're at attention and you look really nice, Patriot Pup might be here. Patriot Pup Oh my goodness gracious! Brandon, hi, Patriot Pup! Hi, nice to see you! Oh my goodness!
Your hot dogs.
Yeah, where are your hot dogs?